One of the desserts that Claudia likes to make is lemon drizzle cake, which is absolutely delicious. And I'm going to show you how to make that today. I'm going to be using an 8-inch square baking dish that's about 2 inches deep, and that needs to be greased. And the ingredients are plain flour, vegan butter that's been softened, granulated sugar, baking powder, the zest of 2 lemons, and because I'm not using any eggs, it's 2 teaspoons of egg replacer, which is a powder, and 8 tablespoons of water. So all you do is put all of the ingredients into a bowl. So your flour, your sugar, put that over here, the butter, the baking powder, the zest of the lemons. It smells so delicious. Just scrape that out because you need all of it. And then the egg replacer, you mix the powder, egg replacer powder, with the water first of all, and then pop it into the rest of the mixture. So I'm just going to stir that up first. Give it a good stir so it's combined, because this is going to act like your egg, of course, and make it nice and light and fluffy. And it will be so nice and light and fluffy that your non-vegan friends probably won't even notice that the cake doesn't have any dairy in it. Right, so and you want it to kind of be like the consistency of an egg, so it's kind of like slightly gooey, which is now what's happening now. Right, and then you just pop that in. And what you're going to do now is you're going to use one of these. If you don't have one of these, you can use a wooden spoon and some good old-fashioned elbow grease, but I have one of these, so I'm going to use that to beat it all together until it's smooth and creamy and well combined. So you just put this into your baking dish. And get all the mixture out. And then you just smooth it out a little bit. So you just smooth it out a little bit. It's going to spread in the oven anyway, so just give it a little help. And then we're going to now pop it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes, or until a skewer or toothpick placed in the middle comes out clean. To make the topping, you need the juice of 2 lemons, which I have here, and then 6 ounces of caster sugar, which I'm going to add now, and then you just stir that. And when you pour it on top while the cake is still warm, it will form a crunchy topping once it dries. Now I'm going to cut a slice. And now I'm going to taste the lemon drizzle cake. It's light, fluffy, sweet, but the lemon cuts through the sweetness to give it a wonderful, refreshing lift. That lovely burst of citrus is amazing. Very nice. Baking can be a bit bewildering as there are so many different recipes and methods. However, baking relies on some fairly simple principles about what ingredients you're using, how you combine them, and how you bake them. Once you have those in mind, you will be well on your way to baking some great things. Here are some useful baking tips to help you get the most out of recipes. Weigh your ingredients properly and use the same unit of measurements for everything. Don't switch from grams to ounces. Get a good weighing scale because baking is an actual science and weighing out the ingredients accurately will help your finished bake. It can often help to measure everything out before you begin. Whilst this does create more washing up, it is especially useful for recipes with lots of ingredients. Follow the recipe. If it says sift the dry ingredients, then sift them. If it says use a wooden spoon, use a wooden spoon. Learn how to cream, rub in fat, whisk and fold. Good technique can really improve your finished product. In almost all situations, you should be adding wet ingredients to dry rather than the other way around. This helps you blend more effectively and results in a better bake. When you need to combine a lot of different dry ingredients, do that into a separate bowl and the same for wet ingredients, then combine the two. I think that most kitchen gadgets are a bit of a waste of time and money. However, an electric whisk is a great budget item that doesn't take up a lot of space, is easy to clean and will help you whip up cakes and batters really quickly. Use the right size pan or dish and always make sure you grease it well so that the finished product will actually come out of the pan. Check your oven temperatures by setting it to 180 degrees Celsius and then after 10 minutes, measure the actual heat using an oven thermometer. This will help you know whether your oven runs a bit hotter or cooler and so you can adjust baking times and temperatures accordingly. Always preheat your oven so items go in at the right temperature. Roll out dough on floured surface or you will get a sticky mess. And the best advice of all is don't panic. Start with a simple recipe like this lemon drizzle cake.